We call this room the Mother Nature prison or the woman's jail. Why it is a jail? Credo Mutwa used to work with non-traditional families that represented each and every tribe that we have in South Africa. If as a Sowetan you want to know about your culture, let's say you want to learn about the Zulu culture, you will come to this village, he will take you to the Zulu family, they will teach you about the customs and the cultures of the Zulu people. So when two women were engaged in the fight in this village or be it in the community, Credo Mutwa will come or will be called to come and engage with them. What he will do is he will take those women and lock them in this room with the mediator veiling, so that whenever they fight, at least there is a mediator behind. So they will stay in this room for 10, 15, 20, 30 days. As long as they are fighting, she won't open for them. Why is it so? There is a say that says, when a mother and a father are fighting, the children are the ones who get affected. But in Africa, we say, when only two African women are engaged in a fight, it is not only the children of Africa that gets affected. Even the foundation of life in Africa gets affected. Reason being, African women were brought in this universe not to fight, but to bring peace, stability, harmony, balance, happiness in the life and the nature itself. That is why we have the mother, nature, sitting on top of a male lion. It's a reminder that we get, reminding us all the races of the world, that as the races of the world, including us African men, that we need to respect, honor, and protect African women. Reason being, African women possess powerful energies that we, the people of the world, don't possess. Yes, we are arrogant, we don't want to accept that. If African women can be given the chance to lead the world, we like it or not, there will be no hunger, no starvation, or unnecessary wars. That is why in Sesotho, there is an idiom that says, Mosadi, akabeya tausitswetsi. It says, the way the women are so powerful, especially African women, the way they've got guards, they can assist a lioness in Africa whenever it's pregnant to give birth. At the same time, they can tame any dangerous creature in Africa, including us African men. That is why in Africa we say, behind a successful African man, there must be a strong, powerful African woman who brings what? Love, peace, balance, happiness in the life of the man and the nature itself. Watintabafazi, watintimbogoto. That is a say in Africa. Credo Mutwa was born in 1921 on the 21st of July. He passed on in the year 2020 on the 25th of March at the age of 99. He was a historian, playwright, architect, painter, sculptor, and a traditional healer. We black South Africans, we call him Sanusi, which means the chosen one, the great prophet, the great shaman. He has done a lot of prophecies that we experience in this earth. Just to mention a few. In 1975, December, he made a prophecy about the Black Power, the uprising that happened in Soweto on the June 16, 1976, that made the children of Soweto to come and attack this village, and later in September and went attacking his house in Diepkloof. And in 1979, he made a prophecy about HIV and AIDS, the Twin Tower bombing that happened in America on the 11th of September. 1981, he made a prophecy about the death of Princess Diana and other predictions. In 1979, he made this prediction of the Twin Tower bombing in this room. When he made this prediction, he wanted to be on a safer side. He didn't want to mention the country, but he preferred to mention the race. He said, somewhere over the seas, in one of the most powerful, developing, and a rich country, there will be a destruction whereby the Arabs will use an aircraft to revolt against that country. And the leader of that team will be groomed by a special force of that country that says the man will be a product of that country. And he made the printing form. These are the original Twin Towers. That's an aircraft approaching the Twin Towers. The sun, it's in the dawn, it's in the morning, it says the time. He said, wherever and whenever it's going to happen in the morning. When America was attacked, it was in the morning. These Batman cars, future cars, they were brought in South Africa in the year 2001 as the racing cars. These are the models that we saw in our Tell a Live Vision TV running away from the Twin Towers, the Lamborghini Ferraris, Subarus, and the Austin Martins. And this is the DS Roosevelt Drive Bridge that connects you with the Twin Towers. It's a circle of life that says what goes around must come around, and the dark cloud says when days are dark, friends are few. After the 11th of September 2001, nobody wanted to go to America. Americans were on their own. Even the best friend or their mother, Britain, was scared to go there. To show that the elder was speaking about America originally in an American flag. Example, the passports and the currency, the dollar, we find the page. The calabash, African pot, represents African continent. While the bird carrying the calabash to the tree, he wanted to show that America was and is still controlling Africa even today, using what? United Nations, USAID, IMF, Pantonova, World Bank, you can mention them, to come and push propaganda in Africa. The red paint is the blood. The water says over the seas of Africa, and the skull represents the man who attacked the Americans. Osama bin Laden was an Arab. He used to have black robe. In 2012, the Americans, they questioned the former President Barack Obama's office and said, Mr. President, you said you killed bin Laden. Can we see the body as the proof? The answer was, his body was buried into the water, into the ocean. Look where the skull, right into the water, into the ocean. That's the signature down there, Credo Mutwa 1979. In 1979, when America, Afghanistan were engaged in a fight, bin Laden was working for CIA. He is the product, believe it or not. We have a hand that works as a trademark by Credo Mutwa. That hand says, it has a red mark. When Credo Mutwa was attacked by the students of Soweto in 1976, he was paralyzed on the right-hand side. So he had to change using the right-hand side and start using the left-hand side. So whatever he says, the message it says, to an ordinary person who lives in this world, whatever you do on the left-hand side, you must be able to do it on the right-hand side. But if you are an artist, as an artist, you carry a special gene, reason being, you were brought in this earth to carry the light of the generations and the generations that are coming after you. You got to do your art until the last days of your life in this world. Because if you stop your art during the process of the life, there is no future anymore behind. Today, 46664 Mandela Foundation, they took the hand. It is. We call this area Kwa-Khaya Lendaba, which means home of the story. This is where African rituals are performed, African stories are told. One of the greatest teachings that we find is how Africans used to connect, not to pray, connect. Before missionaries came into Africa to introduce the Western Christianity, carrying the Bible and the gun. Africa as the motherland, as the land of the gods and the ancestors, our people never ever believed that the Creator God created Adam. Later he decided to create Eve from the rib of the man. That's a fairy tale. And fairy tale belongs to the children. And by then, we were children. What can we do? We were at school. Africans believe that the first human being to live on this earth was the mother. Ma. Why the mother? Because of the mother is the only person in this earth that experiences a thin line between life and death. She stays 9 months being pregnant. When she gives birth, it's either she survives or she dies. That is why the world refers Africa as the motherland, not the fatherland. Everything in Africa that is in round shape represents fertility, represents a womb. That is why our houses, we call them the rondovels. They're in a round shape, representing a womb of a woman. You are a child raised in a rondo. You go out to challenge life. When things are difficult, you need to come back to the mother's womb, which is a rondo, to gain strength again and challenge life. That is why Africans, whenever we sit in a round shape. That says we acknowledge the first spirit being, which is the mother herself. Africans, when they connected before, they never said, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. No. You cannot start a family without introducing a woman, you like it or not. You cannot only focus on one side because of you are born by two parties. That is why Africans, when they pray, they would start with the mother. They will say, in the name of the mother, the father, not the son, but the child. Why the child? Because as a human being, when you were born, you were never born alone. You were born with a gift of a child inside of you. The one that's going to love you unconditionally, protect you, share each and every second and every moment with you. Remember, any human being in this earth, be it your girlfriend, be it your mother, be it your child, as long as it's a human being has the power and the ability to betray and destroy you, not the child inside of you. That is why whenever mother gives a birth, we don't know whether it's going to be a boy or it's going to be a girl. In Africa, we say a king is a child because of the child is very much impure. The father has four different faces. That face in the four cardinal points of the earth, that represents the four race that lives in this universe. That was given birth by an African woman. The blacks, the whites, the yellow, and the red. The colors are the mixed breeds of the four races. That is why we find a human skull. It is to show that we can fight and brag upon our races, upon the melanin. But once we remove the skins, we are the same, the children of one mother, which is an African woman. It has been proven scientifically that only African women who possess an Eve's gene that can give birth to all the races. On top of the fact that there is a bird. In Africa, there were birds that used to talk. Those were the birds that were used by the elders, whereby whenever they wanted to send messages to other villages, they would send the talking birds and play the drums. If they were firstborn children who were born in the very same day in the village, all the children will be collected on a special day and be taken to the gods of the taking birds and be named by the gods. That is why as African people, even today, our African names are very much important to us. We live upon our names. They've got a meaning and a direction that we have to take. Soweto says, Bitso libi ke seromo. We live upon our names. Be careful when you give your child a name, or he or she might live upon the name. On the crown, there is a round ball. We use the crown to absorb positive energies in this universe. That is why in an African culture, a baby from 0 to 3 months, they don't go outside. They only go outside whenever they have to go and see a doctor, or whenever there is a special occasion. From 3 months to 3 years, they start going out. But 6 o'clock in the evening, they must be in the house because of the crown is still wet. They can be able to absorb negative energies using the crown. The two animals on the chest, they show the strength, the intelligence, the beauty, and the power of the nature itself. In Africa, we say a cow gives birth to a human being. Reason being, we eat from the cow. We drink from the cow. We get dressed from the cow. In Africa, we cannot get married without using a cow. A cow is a wealth to us African people. We create big families using a cow. The leopard represents the spirit of an African woman, the spirit of Ma. Why Ma? Why Ma? Because of the leopard. It's so beautiful, intelligent, powerful, fearful cat that can survive all the odds in the jungle. Once it smells fear, it becomes problem. It becomes more dangerous and don't change its spot. Just like an African woman. That is why African kings and African shamans, they wear the leopard skin. They possess the spirit of a woman, the spirit of Ma, the spirit of an African woman. The mother is carrying a spear, the first weapon which was given to an African man to protect the motherland. As in Sesotho we say, "Mme o tshwara thipa ka bohale." The mother is the one that holds the sharpness of the spear to protect her family. At the same time, she's got 4 eyes, 1, 2, the third eye is on the chest, and the fourth one is on the leg. With the eyes from her, it is for her to look and take care of her nature, since she's the one who gave birth to the nature. That is why in the families, the mothers are the ones who are taking care of the children. The mothers are the ones who teach the children how to talk, how to walk, how to respect, and be responsible. Sesotho se re, ke ne ke le ngwana ya sa tsebe letho, ka fuwa mme ya nhlokomelang ka thari a nkuka ka matsoho a mpepa a nthuta puo. It says, I was a child. I was provided by the mother. With her hands, she managed to pick me up, raise me up, and made me a man. Today, I'm a strong man, going to take a woman who's got the qualities of my mother. That is what it says. The responsibility of the father is to bring in identity into that child's life. She's got 4 breasts. 1, 2. The third one is on the heart chakra. And the fourth one is sucked by the little lamb on the leg. That is where we suck divine love, integrity, humanity, and good life itself. In Africa, we say, whenever a child is born, it doesn't have the brain. For it to have the brain, that is when it has to be breastfed by its mother. That is why behind a powerful president, powerful king, strong, powerful family, we find the breast of a strong, powerful woman. 2 boys sitting on top of a lap, they are fighting over a penis. The other one has got a big penis, and the other one has got a small penis. The teaching that you get there is, as people, we should stop fighting over small things. We always focus on the negative than on the positive. Today we worship and praise material more than anything else in this world and forget about the importance of a human being. Remember, as Africans, we are not the people of the material, but we are the consumers of the material more than any race in this world. That is why that material brings what? Hatred, jealousy, separation that leads to killing each other. That is why I introduced the girl. Her name is Lerato Unolitando, which means love. She says, guys, come on, let's stop all the hatred. Let's stop fighting over small things. Let's come together, man, and embrace each other and make this as a better, powerful place. In the name of the mother, the father, not the son, but the child. Remember, your body is just a vessel that protects the inner, humble child inside of you. These 2 bits are very, 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 very much important in the life of the mother herself, especially unomkhubulwane in isiZulu, mamunonto ka Soweto kapa mohale. Why I say so, they are very much important. The owl, it's a symbol of wisdom. It protects the mother during the night. That is why it can rotate 360 degrees. Then on my side, on the other side, you have an eagle. An eagle is a symbol of strength that protects the mother during the day. So both 2 energy spaces are very, very, very important role in the life of the mother nature herself. So which means wisdom and strength. That makes the mother to be. Mukulu once said, somewhere, sometimes, in the year 2020s, in South Africa, there's going to be a new woman president who will come out of South Africa, who will lead the African child into a better life. As the people of the world, we need to understand and start appreciating that and start opening the channels and pave the way for that woman president who's going to come down from South Africa, who will lead us into good things. Since we are living, that will be the year of the water, and now we are living the year of water, whereby things will be changed, will start change. The feminine energy is the one that's going to take over, and then when the feminine energy takes over, we need to make sure that we are ready for that, so that whenever it takes in a better space.